Good morning, Dr. Ruel J. Olivar, and to my co-masterants. Welcome to Chapter 14, Introduction to Personal Philosophy of Education. Before we begin, I want to ask a simple but meaningful question. Why do you want to become a teacher? Some of you may say you want to help others, or teaching is your passion, or for a job stability. Or maybe you have a teacher who inspired you, and now you want to do the same for others. According to John Dewey, education is not just preparation for life, it is a life itself. So today we will discuss your personal philosophy of education, what it is and how it guides your teaching. Introduction to Personal Philosophy. A personal philosophy of education is about understanding yourself as a teacher, and also it's not only delivering a lesson, but it's all about your purpose, your values and beliefs. According to Paulo Freire, teaching should not be a banking system, but an interactive process. So for example, one classroom is quiet and passive, while the other classroom is active and engaging. So see the difference. Your philosophy determines your teaching style. Lesson objectives. In this lesson, we will define personal philosophy, explain its importance, identify its components, and apply in the real situations. So, teaching is like following a process, because without a structure, student may get confused. And also, according to Benjamin Bloom, learning should move from knowledge to application. So it is not enough to know, but you must apply it in teaching. Definitions. For a definition, a personal philosophy of education is your set of beliefs, values, and principles. Why? It guides how you teach and manage your class. Because if you value respect, you treat students fairly and listen to them. Importance of philosophy. Philosophy of a teacher helps you make decisions, stay consistent, and build confidence. So there will be a situation. A student is late. One teacher punishes immediately. Another asks the reason first. So the difference is their philosophy. Teacher with versus without philosophy. A teacher with philosophy is consistent, fair, and confident. And the teacher without philosophy is inconsistent, unclear, and confused. So for example, students trust teachers who are fair and consistent. Components of a personal philosophy. Your personal philosophy includes beliefs about learners, teaching, learning, the role of a teacher, and the role of a school. According to Jean Piaget, learners construct knowledge through experience. So teacher must understand their students. Beliefs about the learners. Students are different in ability, interest, learning pace. So according to Howard Gardner, learners have different strengths. Maybe some students learn fast, other needs more support. So in the classroom example, for their applications, so teacher will help struggling students and challenge to those advanced learners. So what we do to the teacher will give support to the struggling students, and give also advantage depending on the students' needs. Beliefs about teaching. Teaching is not just telling, it is guiding. According to Maria Montessori, Teachers guide students to learn independently. So ask questions instead of giving answers. For the interactive learning, a teacher will include discussions, activities, participations. Why? Students learn more when they share ideas and interact. Beliefs about learning. Learning is active, continuous, and a learning experience based. According to David Cole, learning happens through experience. Students learn better by doing tasks. So in the experiential learning, teacher will use hands-on activities, projects, and real life examples. Why? Because experiments and activities will improve understanding. Role of the teacher. So what will be the role of the teacher? The teacher should be or a facilitator, a mentor, and a role model. So role model, take note. According to Albert Bandura, students learn through observations. Why? Student will copy your behavior and attitude. The role of school in society. Schools develop values, discipline, and responsibility. So the student will learn respect and teamwork in school. In discussing the personal philosophy of education, it is important to remember that it serves as a foundation for all teaching practices. A teacher's philosophy acts as a guide in decision making, classroom management, and instructional strategies. For example, teachers who believe that learning is active will use interactive and student-centered approaches rather than pure lecturing. It also helps create a positive learning environment where students feel respected, engaged, and motivated to learn. Teachers who recognize individual differences will adjust their teaching methods to meet students' needs. Furthermore, a personal philosophy is not fixed. It develops over time through experience and reflections. As teachers grow professionally, their beliefs and strategies also improve. In addition, having a clear philosophy ensures consistency, fairness, and confidence. In teaching, it aligns teachers' action with their values, helping them become more effective educators. Overall, a personal philosophy is not just a theory. It is a practical guide that shapes everyday teaching and student learning. Before we end in this topic, reflect on this. What kind of a teacher do you want to become? A kind and a patient teacher, a strict but fair teacher, a teacher who makes learning enjoyable. For final thought, your philosophy shapes your teaching and your student futures. And that concludes my topic. Thank you for listening and goodbye.